What's going on, hockey fans? We are on the precipice of NCDC Draft Day. It's the big one for young athletes around the country, the opportunity to play in the up-and-coming league in Tier 2 hockey. It is my favorite on the planet. It's NCDC Hockey, and we're here with one of my favorite organizations. I feel like I've known this crew, this group for years, the Powell Junior Islanders, synonymous with winning, an incredible organization, winning coaching staff here, and just you look at the building, playing in the home of the New York Islanders, being out in the island, man. There is a mentality of toughness when you're on the island, and there's a mentality of New York big time hockey. We talk to two of our favorites, Mr. Kinnear, Mr. Marcou. How are we doing, gentlemen? How are we feeling today?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing well. Now, Coach Marcou, we look at this. You're obviously a guy with a great playing background, so much success on the ice. Now behind the bench, you're building your NCDC super team, right? We're trying to win a cup each and every year. We're trying to raise that the need. We're leading up to draft day. What are you up to in the final minutes here, getting ready for that first pick of the draft? What are you thinking through? What's going on in the background here? How does a draft class come together at the NCDC level?
Yeah, so it's a lot of preparation work. There's a lot that goes into the draft, and I think first and foremost you want to draft a player that's gonna, essentially for us here, walk in our locker room. So definitely a lot of communication with the player, on his interest of playing in the NCDC and then PAL. I think talking to their player's advisor and the player's family is especially with the way this draft is going to be, the player's a little bit younger. So you talk to the families a little bit more. But obviously, I think, if we're talking to them and considering them for the draft, I think that talks about their skill on the ice. Us here, I know at PAL, we emphasize a lot on character and making sure that the guys come in, they fit in our locker room. A lot of the guys that are here, I think that, over the past few years, we've had a culture of guys that want to come in and get better and work hard and, make it to the next level. And the amount of commitment they've learned it's a lot, and our standards high here at PAL. So definitely somebody to walk into our locker room to fit in with the older guys and the leadership crew to buy into how we do things here at PAL.
Now, Coach, I'll tell you how successful you are and just how your peers think about you. So far, we've interviewed a handful of coaches already today, and everyone's asked if they could hide in the background here and maybe get a glimpse at your draft list because they want to know who you're picking. Because they said Coach Marcou is an incredible talent finder, right? You're able to find the diamonds in the rough, and you're able to create diamonds in the rough, right? So talk about draft day. I mean, at the NCDC level, is it competitive? Might you walk up to the podium and pick somebody that was on someone else's list? How competitive does it get? Do guys stay in their own pick silos? How does this all work?
Yeah, no, it's like I said, a lot of preparation, and we as an organization obviously have a niche of Long Island players that are elite athletes and elite hockey players. So obviously, if we can get our fingers dipped in that with those guys first, that's the plan. But with the free tuition hockey league, it's the reach is the whole world, right? You can bring kids in from Europe, from I was just out in California looking at the Western kids, and there's a lot of talent out there. And for us coaches, we see a lot of hockey jerseys, so it's easy to get lost in the shuffle. It's just when you get out and you're able to recruit and build relationships and get to know the kids on a personal level, and I think that will help them maybe move up or down your draft list, and and that's going to help them moving up to the next level with colleges. It's the line is so slim and what it takes. And sometimes it's not only the on ice skill and goal scoring, sometimes it's being a good locker room guy will definitely help you stick somewhere and stuff. So, we definitely, we look and have that be a big priority for us. So, it really, for us, we want to focus on local players, the Eastern guys, but over the past couple of years, we've reached out and have some Europeans play for us and kids from the Midwest and West.
Yeah, and I love the guys that come into PAL, like the Coronas of the world. A guy like just cracks open the net, right? Guy who scored the puck for you. You got the guys like Tyler Christ. You got the guys in net like Grammy back in the day. You look at what you guys do. You always put together a built tough squad. And a guy that's pretty built tough here, my right-hand man, Mike Insigliere Monfer from another Mayor, Lucas Jones. Lucas, jump in here. What do you have for Coach Marcou, Mr. Kinnear here about this PAL Junior Islanders team and what they're building right now?
So, you talk about some of the focus, right? And you guys are putting your focus on some Eastern guys, but, you're looking outwards as well. I guess my question is, as you're looking for these players, right? And for any prospective players as well, for the PAL Junior Islanders organization, what does the day-to-day look like, right? If a player is in your system at any level of the game, or the NCDC specifically, though, what does that day-to-day life look like for them?
Yeah, so we have, it's very much a professional schedule. When I'm talking to players here, and I coached in the ECHL at the pro level, our schedule is definitely very much the same, except we practice more because there's less games. So we practice last year at 2 p.m. So we would go to the rink and players would work out in the morning. We would do video before practice, and then we go on the ice for practice, and then they have time for themselves for skill development after practice. There's a shooting station at our rinks. The weight room is top one of the top weight rooms, I think, in all hockey. It's at all levels. It's John DeFlorio did a great job last year with the off-ice strength and conditioning, which is a big part of developing a player into being a college athlete. So we practice. We do a lot of video teaching, and that's 4 to 5 days a week, depending on the schedule. We work out 2 to 3 days a week, depending on the schedule. And we require a lot of kids come in. They take college courses, and a lot of kids if they're out of high school, will get jobs. So we want to respect that and make sure that they're not just coming here and having so much downtime and going home and horsing around playing video games. We want to make sure that we're preparing these kids for after juniors. The junior hockey is the best time these kids are going to have in their life, where they just come, and it's a little hockey academy where they come in and it's all hockey focused. And you take one college course, but when you go to college, you have a full load of 12 credits or 15 credits. It's a lot of time management there. So if we can help teach that off-ice aspect of time management along with developing their game, that's our goal here. And we have all the resources at PAL, the organization, the Islanders, to really put a lot of pride into making sure that this is a top team in the league. And without that support, I wouldn't be able to do my job to the fullest, and we wouldn't be able to have the success that we have.
And you talk about that support, Mr. Kinnear, I'm not going to let you get away without asking you about just the amount you do for the game of hockey, whether it's in New York, whether it's down in Florida, around the country, and kind of you put so much into this game, right? And you see the great that comes out of it, the success stories from PAL, the success stories down in Florida, the continued success in your game off the ice, behind the scenes here. Can you talk about PAL? I know with the addition of the elite here for PAL this year, we're growing the organization. We talk cradle to college all the time. Being able to start as you learn to skate and working all the way through the NCDC ranks to be seen off to college, kind of how do you champion that in your organizations and specifically in this PAL brand?
Well, PAL has been around for a lot of years. We have a long, rich history that I've been part of from day one, as a player, as a coach, as an administrator. You can't be successful like we have been without good people like Coach Marcou. So one of the things that I, as the director of hockey with PAL and one of the owners of the Junior Blades, you have to find the right individuals to lead the organization. So PAL we do our due diligence. We bring in former players. Mike played for me back in his day. We have former Islanders. We have Garth Snow at U18. We bring in good, qualified individuals that help lead this organization. I take pride in the fact that we're a little different than other organizations. We try to build from within. You heard with what Coach Marcou said, we try to look for the local player. We want to be able to tell the local community exactly what you said, Dan, that you do not have to leave Long Island if you choose to go to play college hockey. You can start as a youth player, work your way up the ladder, and ultimately the finishing touch would be the NCDC. And as you've seen, we have players that go on to play Division I, Division III. So the system does work. You just got to stick to the plan. Do not deviate from the plan. And also, like I said, hire good people that know how to do their job. And that's why we're successful for over 40 plus years.
Yeah, with Long Island University adding the program as well, you look at it, you really don't have to leave. You can stay on there the whole way through. Coach Marcou, as we close this thing out, I got to bring up my favorite championship winning quote of all time when you won the Summer Showcase last year was, "Oh no, now I'm going to miss my ferry." And that was your quote after winning the Summer Showcase. Talk about, for these guys going to the NCDC, living on Long Island, living in New York, for the guys that come from around the world, as you talked about, you have that bigger setup. We don't have to tell them how important not missing your ferry is, but we can tell them a little about living in Long Island.
Yeah, the traffic, they'll learn if you're from New Jersey or Connecticut coming to Long Island at the wrong time, they'll understand the quote. But no, obviously winning here is first and foremost. That's preached every day for us. And, the sacrifice that we have to do, whether it's missing your ferry or every day-to-day life, the accountability it takes to win a championship that's our standard. And, so we're willing to do whatever it takes on both sides in the locker room. Like I said, the organization, all around, the support, the resources, anything that we need, I have. Long Island is definitely, it's a special place. I've been trying to get back here since I left, and I'm grateful for this opportunity and time when I first took the job, talking to Ron and everybody for an opportunity for me to come home and help continue to build such a great organization. So I'm definitely grateful and lucky to have that, because this is one of the greatest places to live in the world. We're few miles from the beach one way, a few miles from the sound the other way. Obviously New York City is, a quick 40-minute train ride for the players. And, there's a ton to do in the community. And, I know we do a lot of community service, and the Islanders are a big part of that. And they help us find, things for the players to do to help out in the community. So we're, branding the name, and then, but mostly it's just like I keep alluding to the resources that we have, whether it's, off the ice, team bonding stuff, things to do, places to eat, and on the ice, the amount of rinks. If we can't get practice at our main rink, then we go to the rinks out in Hauppauge, or Ice Works, and we have ice whenever we want it and need it. So that's these players are coming here for hockey first and foremost, but it's we want to make this place an environment that they want to come to the rink every day, and they go to bed looking forward to going to the rink, because that's when you're going to get the most out of your players. And if they don't want to come to the rink, and if I'm making their life miserable, they're not going to want to play for me, and that ultimately results in not helping you win. So I want to make this the most fun years that they have. Like I said, junior hockey is the most fun level to play. When I played it, it was definitely the most fun years that I've had. And I want to make sure that these kids are having the same experience, and doing all the right things on and off the ice, being a good person, like Ron said, helping these kids out. They're moving away from home. They're younger players, older players. At the end of the day, they still need support from their coach to get through little life lessons, whether they break up with their girlfriend, they need to feel like they have people to talk to and support from everybody around them. And so, I think that's one of the great things about playing here on Long Island. And there's so much of that. Whether I went through some health issues this year, and you just learned the charity game that PAL that they had for me. The amount of support from all of Long Island was tremendous, and it was great. And that's everybody here in Long Island. They're all willing to go to help out or do anything it takes to help out the hockey community. We want to see teams like LIU come in and have a Division I option for these kids to go. And how great would that be to just go up the ranks playing all hockey on Long Island. So I think that's a great addition for us to have. And summertime, the golf here in Long Island is probably the best in the world. We have the top 100 courses here, and we've had a lot of fun golf outings and stuff, and the players all come back in the summertime for it. And so we definitely like to have fun. And obviously, when you're winning, you're having fun. So as long as we're winning, we'll have fun.
That's what it's all about. And Coach, we thank you so much for what you do, and Mr. Kinnear as well. Like the game of hockey is better when PAL is on the ice, and we've had so much fun watching this organization grow year in and year out. Coach Marcou, we know what you've battled through here in this last year, and we're proud to be a part of a league that you are a part of. And that's something that for us, young athletes out there, if you see your name picked on draft day and you see that PAL logo next to it, be excited, be prepared, because you're going to be in a winning mentality. You're going to be put in a place to succeed, and Long Island is a great place to play. I'll tell you that much. Just make sure you take the trains, avoid the traffic, trains and ferries all day long. Do not second guess it. Draft day coming up, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, youtube.com. You can find it with NCDC Draft in the search bar, or right now, just go give a like and a subscribe, the little bell right there at the USPHL's YouTube page. It'll be posted everywhere. Dan K. Lucas Jones will be on your call. Let's see who will be that first pick on draft day.